Hello my stinky little friends and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Millie and I'm an introvert. I started my YouTube channel about 1.5 years ago after I was medically retired from the military. I started my channel for a variety of different reasons, to challenge myself to do something new, an outlet, a way of being creative, a way of connecting with other people, and also as a way to give myself a routine that might force me to go out of my comfort zone a little bit. I am very much a homebody. I love staying inside my own house and I love talking about mental health and hobbies. So if all that sounds like something that you would enjoy, I'm so happy to have you here and thank you for watching. I want to start this video off by apologizing that I didn't put out a video last week. As you can probably hear, I was sick all last week and I did film half of a video that I didn't really like that much, so I just decided to just take the week off instead. Although I'm still a little bit sick, I'm feeling much better than I did a couple days ago. My plan for today is simply to clean the house up a little bit. It was raining a lot the past week and so the floors are kind of dirty from where the dogs were going in and out of the house. And then I also need to bake some bread for sandwich bread for this week. I wanted to show you guys how I make my bread because for the longest time I found the idea of making bread so daunting. I wanted to get into it so bad. I saw everyone baking the most gorgeous loaves of bread and every time I tried to look up a recipe it just seemed so scary and I didn't know where to start. But I did stumble upon this really easy bread recipe that doesn't require a starter of any kind. I've made it 5 or 6 times and every single time it's come out great. So I thought we could bake it together today. And I will leave the recipe down in the description in case you guys also want to try baking it. I also don't have a proving drawer in the new house. So what I've been doing is running the dryer for like 20 minutes so it's nice and warm, and then I prove my bread inside my warm dryer. And it worked last week when I did it, so I'm not gonna look into it too much. If it works, it works. So plan for the day, super easy, super relaxed, clean a little bit and bake some bread. So when you're putting the parchment paper into your Dutch oven, make 2 slits on either side. That way when you push it in, it folds in on itself and it makes it more circular. It looks so good. Has a really nice golden color and it rose really well, so I'm super happy with it. I woke up this morning feeling so unbelievably anxious and nauseous. I can't exactly pinpoint what is causing all of my anxiety. I mean, some days are just bad days regardless. It doesn't really need a reason. I have 2 theories as to why I'm feeling as bad as I do today though. My first one is, I completely forgot to talk about this, but we had another leak in the house. Along with the flooded basement, the first week that we moved in, we now have a leaky roof. We figured that out the other day when it was raining really heavy and there was just a leak in the middle of the ceiling in the middle floor. We thought it was a plumbing issue because it was in such a weird place in the house, but then we recreated the leak with a hose on the roof. That's a whole big thing. So now we have a big hole in the ceiling and we're trying to get the contractor who guaranteed the roof for 2 years to come and fix it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. That's causing a certain level of stress, knowing that we might need a new roof and we might have to pay for it. I have my first doctor's appointment tomorrow at the VA here. I'm so anxious about doctor's appointments, and just hospitals in general just makes me so anxious. They have my entire life, but then when I was really sick a couple years ago, I was constantly in and out of doctor's office being poked and prodded all the time. I think that has really just escalated my anxiety around hospitals and doctor's appointments. Add to the fact that I have to drive there by myself, leave the house by myself and drive there by myself. I have such an overwhelming anxiety about leaving the house. Just in general, it's a lot better when there's someone with me, either Ryan or a friend. It makes it a lot easier to go and do things. I'm still very anxious the whole time. It's not great. Now that we've talked over the 2 things that I'm anxious about, it makes a lot of sense that I woke up anxious this morning, actually. I don't know what I was talking about, not knowing where it was coming from. On the plus side, my sickness feels a lot better this morning. I have a bit more energy. I've mentioned a couple times, or at least once, how much I love this toner, the Bioma Milky Toner. But I did see the other day someone talking about the Bubble Milky Toner and how it was even more hydrating than this one. And so I might have to give that one a try when this one is finished. Because my skin is so dry. It's even worse right now from where I've been sick and my nose is all gross and dry from blowing my nose. My aversion to leaving the house was something that me and my previous therapist were working on quite a lot through prolonged exposure therapy, where basically you just do things you don't want to do for a long amount of time and you realize that it's not going to kill you and it's not actually that serious. I did a lot of that work in Colorado, and so I did get more comfortable driving myself and going out by myself in Colorado. But now I'm in a completely new place. I haven't gone out by myself here really yet. Actually, I think I've only gone out once by myself. So going for walks is included the first time I do a new route. I get really anxious about it, but once I've done that route once, I'm usually fine for walks. Ugh, see, this is the thing. The more I talk about it, the more I realize that I'm actually not okay. I'm gonna tell this to you guys and you guys can't judge me, alright? I'm very, very particular about how I do everything. I think it has to do with the OCD. So when I go for walks, I have to walk on a certain part of the sidewalk, cross at a certain part of the road, and that translates to even when I'm with someone else, I have to hit those same milestones. How it comes across if that person wants to change something up is I panic and I get kind of mad that it's being changed. So basically I'm just super cool and chill and just like the funnest person to hang out with. All that is to say, I'm very, very anxious going out driving places by myself for the first time. And so this doctor's appointment that I have tomorrow is good in that prolonged exposure, right? It's something that I don't want to do and I'm gonna have to do it for a prolonged amount of time. Bad in the way that I've been waking up every single morning this week nauseous and anxious because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Yeah, anyway, that is a little insight into my brain. Alright, I'm gonna finish getting ready and get dressed, and then we can decide what we want to do for the rest of the day. I'll wait till you guys are done, I guess. Okay, it took a little while, but everyone got their zoomies out, as you can see. We're all just hanging out now, we're chilling. What I really want to spend the day doing is reading, but I know for a fact that when my anxiety is like this, my ability to concentrate is very limited. So I don't think that I would be able to sit down and concentrate on reading a book. But what I know I can do is listen to an audiobook while I do another hobby at the same time. Something that is a little bit easier to do with less concentration. Today that is going to be trying out my 2 new coloring books. I recently saw Cozy K using these and they seem like a really fun way to learn new coloring skills and make coloring more interesting. This smaller one is for practicing different techniques. For instance, the first technique is learning how to make gradients, so night skies, that kind of stuff. And then this one is a workbook on how to draw different kinds of patterns. I think I'm going to try this one first because patterns just seem like something that would be good today. With that, the book that I want to listen to is something that's been on my TBR for a really long time, but I'm finally in the mood to read it, and that is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. The reviews for this book are all super positive. From what I can read in the blurb, it seems like something that would be really interesting to me. It is a retelling of the Goose Girl story by the Brothers Grimm. And as far as I can tell, the story follows a maid who is also a little thief, and she steals a necklace, which in turn leads her to live a double life as a princess. And obviously it all goes wrong, otherwise there wouldn't be a book written about it. So I completely missed a day of filming yesterday. I had my doctor's appointment first thing in the morning, and then the roofers came over to take a look at the leak. Those two things drained me. My doctor's appointment overall was fine. I mean, I wasn't fine about it. I was terrified driving there. I was like white knuckle gripping the steering wheel the entire way there. I'm in the waiting room for my doctor's appointment and I'm full on having a panic attack. I'm clutching my bag to me. I am squeezing my Bartholomew Bear Jellycat bag charm because that's what I use as a stress ball. Tears are running down my face into my mask that I'm wearing, and just full on panic attack. That's when this old crusty white dude walks in and beelines towards me. I'm the only woman in this waiting room, and he sits as close as he possibly can to me. And he turns to me and he goes, "Smile. It makes them wonder what you're up to." Keep in mind, none of these other people in this clinic waiting room are smiling. I just happen to be the only woman there, I think, and it offends men when women aren't smiling for some reason. You can't even see my facial expression. I'm wearing a mask, and I'm also in the middle of a panic attack. Like, you're not helping. And also, get away from me. Take a step back, because why are you so close to me right now? There is absolutely no need for you to be this close to me or talking to me, actually. And of course, I didn't say anything in the moment because I was having a panic attack. But there are so many different things that I would love to say to people like that. Stop telling women to smile and mind your business. You don't know what's going on with me. I don't need you, Mr. MAGA hat, crusty old white dude, to tell me to smile. Leave me alone. And then the rest of the doctor appointment went fine, and the drive home was better than the drive there. To no one's surprise, my anxiety built it up a lot more than I needed it to. Nothing crazy happened. No one was hunting me for sport, even though I felt like someone was. Then when I got home, the roofers came over to take a look at the roof. They claim that they found the leak and that they've patched it up again. We've got a ton of rain coming this weekend, so we're gonna see how it holds up. And if it does hold up and there's no more leaks, we're gonna look into repairing all of the area that was affected by the leak. Okay, complete topic change, but we thrifted this sofa when we first moved into the house, and I've been looking for ottomans to go with it because we have 3 very spoilt dogs who get really grumpy if they can't all fit on the sofa with us. So ottomans are really like the only way we can have our legs up and also have the dogs with us. But because we thrifted this sofa, I thought for sure that I would never find an ottoman that even closely matches it, so I kind of gave up on that idea. But then last night I was looking through Facebook Marketplace. I found this. 2 of them. They're not a perfect match, obviously, but they match our sofa way more than I ever thought I would find. And they're really comfy and they were a really good deal, so I'm really happy with that. And they're OV approved. What more could you want? Yeah, you like the ottoman? You like the new cat scratchers? Yeah, that was my day yesterday. I didn't really get much reading done. I'm on page 43 of the book, so I haven't gotten very far. I will say of those 43 pages, I'm still enjoying myself, but because I've only read 43 pages, I really don't have any updates yet. My plan for the day is just to do some more reading, relax, and yeah, that's it. So I will come back when I have a reading update. I realized that I never showed you guys the leak situation. So the leak was coming in from up here. We took out the ceiling to get a better look at it to see if it was the plumbing or a leak. Turned out to be a leak. Got the handy dandy shop vac catching all the rain. And in way more interesting news, since I repotted my monstera, it's given me 3 new leaves. Isn't that crazy? Look at these babies. It's so happy. Okay, I have a reading update for you guys. I'm about 100 pages in, which is about 20% of the book, and I think I can finally give a more accurate description of what the book is really about. So the story follows Vanya, who is the goddaughter of the Fates, Death and Fortune. We meet Vanya when she's around 17 years old, and she has been impersonating her previous employer, the Princess Giselle, by using an enchanted pearl necklace that she stole from Giselle. Vanya uses this guise as Princess Giselle to get into nobles' homes and steal all their valuables. Her goal so far in the book is to make enough money so that she can leave and start a new life. But she keeps running into hiccups that are preventing her from achieving this goal. When I was reading reviews for this book, one of the more common critical reviews was that it moves really slowly. I really haven't found that to be true at all. I think that it moves quite fast, especially for a fantasy book, where especially at the beginning a certain level of world building is needed to establish all the rules and make the story make sense. It's definitely a very unique concept for a book. I haven't really read any fantasies that resemble this at all. I'm very interested in the plot and where it's going. My favourite part of the book so far is the folklore aspect. So I love folklore heavy fantasy books. They're some of my favourite books, such as A Study in Drowning, Where the Dark Stands Still, and the Winter Night trilogy. They're just some of my absolute favourite fantasies because there's something specifically about using folklore heavy creatures and magic systems that just feels so cozy. Even if the fantasy itself is not a cozy fantasy, meaning like it's not low stakes, using these creatures it makes it feel like you're reading a fairy tale. I'm definitely really enjoying it so far. I actually didn't realize that it's the first book of a 3-part series, but that's okay with me. I think it's a completed series as well, which is nice. I'm back with the final reading update for this vlog. I managed to get about halfway through the book last night and I'm absolutely loving it. The story is so unique and interesting and the characters are so engaging. I would say that it's paced really well and it reads relatively quickly. I feel like I got through these first 250 pages quite fast. One thing that I am absolutely loving about this book is the relationship between all the different characters and their interactions with each other. The banter genuinely has me laughing out loud to myself. Their personalities are written so well. They feel almost like they're real people. Unfortunately, if I want to upload this video this week, which I do, I have to end the vlog here. So I won't be able to finish this book, but I do feel like I'm going to really enjoy this series. I'm excited to edit this vlog so that I can read some more tonight. But as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me and I will see you again with another video soon. Say bye, Moosey! Bye!